Aloha, my name is Joe and I'll be talking to myself out here in my backyard while neighbors probably stare at me about this tent, which is an Easy Up Endeavor. This is the vinyl waterproof, more industrial strength version of an Easy Up tent. We also have a Showoff Canopy, which is sort of a Trimline style tent, but it takes a long time to set up. And we're always looking for faster ways to get set up and to stay dry in inclement weather. So these are the 4 boxes that came in the shipment. This one is the roller bag, I know that for sure. It weighs about 12 pounds. The frame weighs about 75 pounds. I have not opened any of them. I believe this is the canopy and it weighs 20 pounds. And these are the 4 sides that weigh about 30 pounds. Total, we're about 137 pounds of gear. I don't know what the Showoff weighs. I have not weighed that in its entirety. But we miss the old days of just being able to pop up a tent. Some festivals will not allow you to set up an accordion style tent, an Easy Up style tent. So we're keeping the Showoff, but I do want to check this guy out and use it for most of the events that don't have that stipulation of having a big boy tent, as I call it. So I'm going to break all these open. We'll look at each one and then we'll compare it to the other tent. So this end popped open. Couple things I want to point out here about this. It's a 7-year warranty on this guy. I don't remember what the other ones are for an Easy Up. 1-piece frame, 100 square feet, reinforced octagon leg design, auto peak tensioner, pretty standard with Easy Ups. The big thing about this one is this piece, the vinyl top, and the trusses in the roof. That's what I want to get a better look at. So let's crack this guy open and see what we got. Inside the box was a registration card and instructions for what they're calling the Freedom 83. So right away you can tell, look at, I can't even barely get my hand all the way around this thing. Feels good. These trusses are definitely stronger, thicker. Unfortunately, these same old plastic pieces here, but let's fold this guy all the way out. These pieces, very different, very strong, awesome, molded plastic. Now, with a regular Easy Up, I have no problem setting that up by myself. I don't know if that will be the case here. So it looks like professional cover bag. I don't know exactly what that is for because I also have the deluxe roller bag over there. So I'm not sure on that one yet. This does appear to be the canopy. So let's get it out and try and put it on. The quality of this is just like a Showoff, or a Trimline. And footnote, I spoke to Easy Up about, do you leave this on when you collapse it or not? Because like with the Showoff or Trimline, you have to pull it off, or Lightdome, all those. You pull the canopy off and then break it all down. In this one, you leave the canopy on. They told me that explicitly. And the person I talked to who has used it for about 10 shows, she said she's never taken it off once she put it on. In fact, she said if you do that, it's no longer an Easy Up. It's a medium up. Okay, so finally I got this bad boy standing up. I gotta say, it was not as easy as standing up the typical Easy Up, the one that is not of the thick octagonal legs. Easy Up, I can stand up in 30 seconds, the whole thing, bam, it's up by myself. This, maybe because it's new, I'm assuming because it's new, was a challenge. Getting everything locked in on the legs, it was a challenge to lift it. This sucker is heavy. The legs are thick. I mean, I cannot get my whole hand around the pole, just barely are the tips of my fingers touching. I feel very good about this tent. I will use it in instances when a big boy tent is not required. I don't know where that will be yet, but especially if there's a one-day event, I'm using this guy. If there's an event where they don't require a Showoff or Trimline or Lightdome or something like that, then I'm probably going to use this guy. It's not raised to its highest level. In fact, it's on the lowest level. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more levels to go. Yeah, let's raise it to the highest level and just see what that looks like. Okay, that looks to me like it can go up one more notch, but I'm not going to do it. This is every bit as high as what I normally put with my 7-foot Pro panels in it. It's worth mentioning that I weigh 250 pounds, okay? And I can hang from this guy. And I feel comfortable about it. I would not do that with my regular Easy Up, it would snap. Okay. This baby is 7 inches circumference. I can barely get my middle finger to touch my thumb on this guy. It is super thick, feels strong. On the inside, it has these standard clips. I don't know if they're any better than the normal Easy Up clip bolts. You can tell the plastic molding is way better than the Easy Up was. It's thicker, more industrial. The same thing with the trusses. Each one is, it just feels so much better. This thing does not feel chintzy in any way. I don't know what the purpose of these are for exactly, but you could hang something off of there if you wanted to. I can't remember what this guy is for right here. But there it is. Maybe that's just part of the normal construction. I can't remember. Some of these things, like these clips, look to be about the same as the old Easy Up. Maybe they're of an improved quality plastic, I'm not sure. It is nice material, I'll say that. Just to give you an idea of what I'm working with here. Right here's the corner of the tent, there's the bag. I just can't stretch it that far to get it over there. Okay, what my wife and I figured out was it is way easier if one of us grabs this end and one grabs this side and we both grab the pole and push it up. Way easier. If you try to do this by yourself, man, good on you if you can do it. It probably will get easier, but right now, brand spanking new, and this thing is taut as it is. It's a job, dude. I don't know if you can tell. I'll take some still pictures and compare them. The thickness of this bracket is nice. The thickness of this pole, it's 7 inches circumference, and I can barely get my finger and thumb to touch on this guy. Over here is our other tent. This is not an Easy Up, it's a Strong Way, but it's so similar to the Easy Up. I did own an Easy Up, but it got destroyed. You can see I can wrap my hand clean around that one. And the top of this guy just has a little push button there, and these, I don't know that they're chintzy, but they're not nearly as robust as the other ones. The trusses on the inside of the old one, they're just so much thinner than what we've got over here in this guy. This one you can see is overlapped, the seam over here that's overlapped with each piece. It's about 1 inch thick, much thicker seam than what we've got going on over here, which is a sewn on 1/4 inch seam with barely any overlap to it. Again, this is not an Easy Up, but it's so similar that we're using it for that model. This is a Strong Way. If I rack this guy, if I shake it, the wind shakes it. like that too. This one the wind is going to have a harder time with. I can shake it and make some noise, but it is harder to shake for sure. You can feel the weight of this guy, and you can see the construction quality on the inside is fantastic. Okay, I got the new bag today. This is the 20 foot for the Endeavor, and it fits great. If you are going to buy this tent, do not let them talk you into the 15. The 15 is allegedly what goes with it. BS. You want the 20. There's no other way to do it. If you can squeeze that tent into a 15, that is a miracle. You want the 20. It fits great, and the construction is solid. I'll put some still pictures up here comparing the size difference between the two bags. This is a really nice, well-made bag. Thick cloth, good zipper, strong wheels, and this is a metal rod going through here. I've had them that were just plastic. Nice metal bottom on it. Good wheels. Two handles on this side, and then there's also one on the bottom if I were to flip this over. Actually, it looks like now you can flip it over and have it stand flat. Let me do that real quick. Okay, presto changeo. I flipped it upside down. The wheels do not rest on the concrete. They're just barely, but the main flat part is what's resting on the concrete, so this thing isn't going to just tip over from standing there. So it's got a nice handle on top, thick rubberized handle. Fantastic. Excellent bag. It only has this little pouch. Not even sure what you would put in there, honestly. A pack of smokes? I don't know. But there's no pouch for your sidewalls, and that is perfectly fine by me. The way we handle our other sidewalls is by putting them in this tub. Sidewalls and canopy in that tub. So I'm going to get another one of these size tubs to put just one of these to put the sides in for that guy.